just wanted to give you guys a couple of live stream videos. Gonna do some rapid fire live videos. Not gonna stay too long. Because I can get a lot of these out the way before I get to my main videos because I got to get a lot of stuff out today. So I decided to go live. So in case you guys don't know, Brian Flores, former head coach of the Miami Dolphins, was fired a couple of weeks ago, and a lot of people question his firing. But it appears he's going to sue the NFL, stating that hey, they're still ostracizing and keeping black head coaches out, which that doesn't surprise me. There's always been this thing about black men leading other men, and especially other men of other nationalities. Now, I just talked to my brother Torian Rain and talked to some of the, brothers with the LDBC, and they all made valid points. Well, where we feel bad for Brian Flores and what's going on with him, but at the same time, where was all these guys at when Colin Kaepernick got whiteballed out the NFL? None of these dudes said anything. Now, I don't like what's going on, but at the same time, to a certain degree, this could be a little bit of karma. Now, he's saying that uh the New York Giants hired their new coach before he even went for the interview. He had already been out of the job. It was just basically a token interview, which, like I said, it falls under the Rooney rule. Now, in case you guys don't know, they came up with something called the Rooney rule, which I think is absurd, and I think it need to be thrown out. Because how does it help? Now, in case you guys don't know what the Rooney rule is, the Rooney rule states even when a team hires their coach that they want, which in all likelihood will be white, they still have to interview a black coaching candidate. Even though he's not going to get the job, they still have to interview him. So how does that help? Doesn't help at all. The Rooney rule is the biggest waste of time out there. And to a certain degree, it's a slap in the face. That's like me interviewing for, let's just say, whatever the case may be. Let's just say I wanted to work for, I don't know. I do warehouse, and let's just say I wanted to work for, I don't know, U.S. Food Service or something like that. They're gonna call me for an interview, right? They're going to interview me. They already have the person that they're going to hire to do the job that I want, but they're calling me just for an interview because, well, basically, I fit their minority guidelines. Even though I'm not going to get the job, and I know I'm not going to get the job, but they're going to interview me anyway, just to say that they interviewed a minority or a black person for the job. So, how is anybody benefiting from this? They're not. So at the same time, where I don't like what's being did to Brian Flores, a lot of these brothers should have stood in unison, and they should have stood in unison, and they should have called out the NFL for what they was doing to Colin Kaepernick. But most of these dudes twiddled their thumbs. They didn't say nothing. They went, they was acting like the man from Menace to Society, the Asian man. I don't want any trouble. Just get out. Just get out. You know. So that's my thing about Brian Flores. Him and a lot of the black coaches should have stood up, whether they risk, being ostracized or, not hired further down the further down the line, it would have looked like at least they were in unison. Keep in mind, that's always been a problem in our community about sticking together. Is it about you or is it about us? But then you'll pick and choose when you want to make it about so-called us. So at the end of the day, he fall in line with a lot of NFL players and coaches who didn't say Jack, you know what, when it came to Colin Kaepernick. So now he's feeling the pain. You have to wonder who's going to stick up for him. But actually, somebody did stick up for him, which I'll talk about that in the next video. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.